Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Yan. Hatid saya.
Hi, good afternoon. Very pleasant afternoon sa lahat. Friday afternoon naman. Ito, magkasama ang barkada dito sa ating tinatawag na programa dito sa MARGOTV Philippines. Welcome ulit sa lahat ng mga viewers, followers, at lahat mga nagla-like, lahat ng mga gustong bumati. Actually, we can open our Facebook account and try to check MARGOTV Philippines. So let's open our cell phones and try to check, and then you can comment, you can share a star, you can share lahat ng mga nais yung bigay na suggestions, or you can plug. We'll be able to read that on air here live at our station, MARGOTV Philippines. So again, a very good afternoon with you, and of course, I have a special guest for today. One special guest will be talking much about yung kanyang versatility. Ika nga, you call that a man for all seasons. Okay, without any further ado, my good friend and buddy, matagal ko nakasama to, and he's a very good man. And dear friends and followers and viewers, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Edgar Ega Padrigon. Bumati ka, Edgar.
Hello everybody. It's a good thing na-invite ako ni kasamang Bob sa programang to, at salamat sa pagkakataon na ibinibigay niya para makapagkaroon ng time, makapagkwentuhan ng mga buhay-buhay at mga bagay-bagay sa ating kapaligiran. Thank you, kasamang Bob.
Ayos na, Edge. I'll call you Edge. Remember, we had a partnership before. We call our group Edge and Above.
Yep.
And we're working on some other projects before when his business, the mind behind advertising company, was at its height of, sabihin natin, prime, talagang maganda ang business during those times. And of course, we'll get to know more about Ega, as many people fondly call him, about basic information about him. Pero he's a very broad experienced man. Talagang napakarami niyang experience. And for today, we'll get to see each and every revelation, and then part of his history book. Makikita natin yung mga pictures niya, where he got involved with, and then who are the circle of friends that we've had. And basically, we'll get to introduce him here sa MARGOTV Philippines to be one of our special segment co-hosts. All right, Egay?
Okay.
Right.
Kasamang Bob, that's good.
Right. So right now, actually, to have a glimpse of what you're expecting for today, actually, we're featuring for 30 minutes. We'd like to get to know Edgar, to be part of the what you call introducing him to our industry, that part of blogging, that part of hosting as well. Para masabi natin, we have a new prodigy. Never too late. better late, but of course always equipped with so much experience and a lot to share to everybody. All right. So again, Ega here would like, of course, for today, besides Ega, we're expecting another guest. Barkada din natin to, di ba, Ega?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Who is our guest more or less today? Isa siyang member ng VST and Company. Right?
Hopefully, dumating ka na, Monet.
Right, of course. Ang ating pong kaibigan na si Mr. Monet Gasquel of VST and Company is coming over in a while. Na medyo na traffic lang yan. At is coming over to grace the show. All right? So let's continue on further with Ega. All right. So let's start to know Ega, into the interview muna tayo. Ega, you come from a family of more or less, can you tell us your background about your parents, where and how you've been bred?
Okay. During the 60s, my father is a businessman whom I really big influence,
Right.
a big influence on my childhood days. He's a businessman and artist as well. Kaya nung mga panahon na yon ay nag-start na ako with my artistic journey.
So you already had your support and you have availability of this art paraphernalia available.
Yeah, that's it.
That's one problem with the kids. You know, some kids really have something like they love how to draw, they love how to do the art, the painting. Of course, walang pambili. Before, during those times, napakamahal pa siguro ng mga pintura noon, tsaka yung mga ano, di ba?
Oo nga, oo nga.
Oo.
That's one problem of young artists then, na yung mga materials are so rare.
Oo nga.
And yun nga, I'm just lucky enough na yung mga bagay-bagay na kailangan ko ay nandun naman sa aking paligid.
Kaya pala it came to the point that you are now somebody who's complete in your own piece, and you were able to discover which part of the art that you're into, right?
Yeah.
O meron mo ba explore some other subjects that you're interested in besides?
Along the way, syempre, as we travel along our everyday life, marami akong mga bagay na na-encounter which I really get into. Interesado akong alamin yung mga bagay na ganon, and hopefully nakatulong ito sa akin dahil sa aking mga dreams and aspirations in life.
Wow, wonderful. So you told me suportado ng father mo for this particular piece of art that you're into. And your mother, what has your mother contributed?
My mom was a plain housewife, but she's really a good mother to us, taking care of us and giving us all the things in good life. What I mean is yung kanyang the way how he handles our everyday chores in everyday life.
Talaga,
Ganon.
supportive. And then simpleng mother lang, pero actually that's I think part of it. Like you come from a artistic family, and then your mother's very supportive. I do believe that you're coming a long way, and because kasi I do believe that ang foundation natin become successful because of parental support. I do believe in that.
Yes, of course.
Right.
I
So
do
going
believe.
back, basically, besides your family background, more or less, how was your teenage life that you started to meet people that in your life? Who are the significant people that you happen to meet during your early teen years, or basically early adult years?
Okay. I'm just an ordinary teenager in those
Saan school ka ba
times.
nag-aaral sa school?
I get my high school days. I have my high school days in Arellano High School
That's in Pasay.
in Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, yeah. Santa Cruz, Arellano High School.
Right.
Yeah. There I spent my teenage life. Just an ordinary student who really is interested into so many things.
Bata kasi, di ba? Maraming laman din. Pero na-organize mo na yung thoughts mo because, I believe the society that you meet every day is also part of the formation of your life where you are. And, the availability of people, friends advising you or sharing their hobbies or their likes, na tambayan to, sama ka, sige, barkada, like this and like that, di ba? And how was your, yung mga, life being, going out and you happen to meet celebrities and artists as well?
Siguro that's the time na talagang I really get into it, hoping to get into the music scene, the art scene. During those days na teenager ka pa, you're really looking into something else. Ano ba yung gusto mo talaga? Ano ba yung mga bagay na masaya ka pagka kasama mo sila, or you're doing the thing just to make you happy?
And there are some people names that you recall who are influencers in your life. John Lennon. Kaya natawa ko
Yeah.
how even Mr. Mike Hannibal related to you, sabi, ikaw si John Lennon ka eh. I remember last time you guested with us.
Yeah.
And talking about you, like for example, syempre may kabataan mo noon and there were influencers also, practically na nakakabarkada mo, nakakapuntahan mo.
Mhm.
Who are these people to name a few before you try to introduce your types of advocacies?
Well, nung mga times na yun kasi kasama ka ng mga iba-ibang grupo, iba-ibang barkada, and something that get into my mind, yung mga influences like the Beatles, nung time na yun, Rolling Stones, which really pushed me to get into music.
What about local? Nung panahon yan nauso siyempre, mga Pinoy rock or something.
Pinoy rock came into the 70s naman eh.
Pero yung mga 60s sinasabi mo.
60s yung sinasabi.
60s? So how was the influence? Wala pa ba yung mga ano?
Wala pang Pinoy rock by the 60s eh. Mostly ano tayo eh. Alam mo yon na ang mga banda noon eh mostly imported. Imported. And those days usong-uso pa yung pag yung banda eh kopyang-kopya yung foreign. That's the term, plakado. Pagka plakado ng banda yung tunog ng foreign band, magaling na yun dito sa atin.
Okay. Right.
And the 70s came, ito na nga, sila Pepe, sila Bosio, to name a few.
Bosio,
Juan de la Cruz, Anak Bayan.
Napakasama mo rin sila.
Yeah. I am a close friend of Bing Labrador, yung keyboardista ng Anak Bayan. The reason why I met a lot of them. Edmond, Pepe, ganon.
Kasi kita naman talaga nila lahat na you've been, na kumbaga part ka na nakalunod dun sa tropang yun eh. So you've been with them, dwelling with them all the while.
Yeah.
That was a type of Of course, our viewers for today, I'm sure you're excited to get to know more about Mr. Edgar Padrigon. So, Rika, we could proceed first to our first picture that Mr. Edgar Padrigon is a visionary. All right? So let's check it out. Ayan, di ba? Nakita mo. Look at that. It's a very good portrait. Remember, for your background, this is already part of the artistry of Ega. And this is how he projects. And that's your picture, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And that picture alone depicts something really a very, very nice cut, right? And what more or less you say for that particular picture? What are you trying to employ to the people?
That was the time that's...
what did you want to say to the people with that picture?
Well, hopefully I'm trying to visualize things that could benefit our countrymen. I really would try to picture out things that our nation can be benefiting of.
All right, this is the second one. This is actually during your younger years. How ang haba ng hair, no? So, how young were you then?
Late 20s. That was a place in Tanay. Where in Tanay, medyo talagang, hindi pa anong Tanay nun eh.
Excuse me, right. Monet's calling. Hello, Monet. Yes. Hello. Oh, yes. Are you already in the office? Hello? Nandiyan ka na ba sa loob ng studio? I think Monet, this is Mr. Monet Gascal of BST and Company. So, how are you? Hello? Sige, yeah, we're looking forward to wait for you and we'll just be interview ko si Edgar and I'll be with you in a while. Okay? Okay. So Edgar, before we will really a little bit interfered, but rather not intervene, but ang situation dito, we're really expecting also Monet to come here.
Okay.
And part of the interview, why don't we pause for a station break and we'll be back
Okay.
for this. Okay?
Okay.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
So, nagka-COVID ako. Akala ko, katapusan ko na. Yung pala, binigyan pa ako ng another chance. So, ngayon dahil dito sa DMV Placenta, napaka-galing nito talaga. Paglabas ko sa COVID hospital, hindi ako malakad. Pero pagkatapos nitong DMV Placenta na to, naku, nag-umpisa na ako makalakad. Isa-isang nawawala. Wheelchair, wala na. Tapos wala na rin yung tungkod. Ngayon, nakakagitara na ako. Kumakanta pa. Nakakagig pa ako sa abroad. Yung abroad na yan, ako, ang dami tumatawag dito. Gusto ko pumunta ron. Maraming salamat sa DNB Placenta.
It's been fun with you.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Hello, hi, good afternoon again. We're back here on HATID Saya at iba pa. And of course, thank you very much for waiting. Actually, we just had a break. And we're actually continuing with our program with our guest, Ega Padrigon. All right, so as we were saying, we're getting to know his place about Ega Padrigon. We'd like to know the first picture was his picture to be a visionary, right? Tapos yung isa, younger years na yun eh. Let's flash again the picture for yung kanyang picture ng bata pa. Saka yung huling picture niya sa visionary. Can you check it out? Ayan. Ayan. Yan ba yung visionary? Businessman yan eh. Alright, but anyway, tama, kasama mo yung ano, how do you call, what is that thing, yung statue?
That statue is a statue shown in Singapore.
Oh,
Singapore.
Singapore yan, di ba?
Yeah.
Right.
And nagkaroon ako ng time. Pero it's just a replica. It's here in the Philippines.
Ay, ganun ba?
Eh,
And going back, you're also, mamaya, we'll talk about you being an artist. At the same time, do you also do sculpturing?
Multimedia artist kasi ako eh.
Uh,
I do painting, sculpture, and even art that is to be discovered pa.
to be discovered mo.
Ah.
Oo. So let's go back. We have 12 plays for today. We have 2 likes. And of course, Daniel Navarro, sabi niya, magandang hapon po from Mataas na Kahoy, Batangas. M-Caps po ako. So would you know these people or our friends there?
Mhm.
Daniel Navarro?
Hello, Daniel.
Oo.
It's good to hear from you.
Right, nakita mo. So may mga friends tayo na bumabati. More so,
Mm.
thank you for watching us here at HATID Saya, Ate mo pa, at MARGOTV Philippines. And we're discussing about getting to know more about, people don't really know how far Edgar Patrigon has gone in the industry. And he's been, he's now being interviewed for us to get to know more about Edgar. All right, let's proceed to the next picture. Edgar Patrigon is also a businessman. Besides a visionary, because being a visionary, dyan mo na-realize pag medyo nasa age ka na,
Mhm.
marami ka na nakikita mga vision.
Yeah.
That's still an advanced picture. That's already artist. Rika will try to move back. Doon muna tayo sa meron siyang award. Right. Ayan. But of course, Ega is also a painter, and we're here actually is a painting. And that's another artwork that you're doing, right? How do you call that artwork?
It's a style wherein I really trying to discover more how I mix the paint, the colors, and the style. It's about neurons. Neurons. It's about neurons.
It's just that thing that runs in our brains.
Yeah,
Oo.
it's been a part of our brain wherein
Why of all subject you talk about the brains and then you draw it?
it came to my mind na yung palang mga parts ng natin sa brain. I can also do some artwork with it.
Right,
Ganon.
that's great, right? And of course, this other one is another painting. And can you describe what more or less that you're doing?
This is a sample of my mural work.
All right.
I was commissioned to do a mural for a hotel back then, and this was a experimental thing I did from the past, and it comes well.
Teka muna.
Goes up,
Teka muna, Rika. And actually, medyo excited din siguro ang ating tech. We was just working on this first. And then we'll be coming up with, the mic is muted. Come on.
Hello.
Can you check it out? The mic is muted. Okay, there you go. Ayan, it's very, very important na maano natin ang mic to be on. Again, it's muted. So, it's muted in my program. Can you check it out here? Come over. And basically, we'll have to check. All right. So anyway, more about painting. I remember you working in Davao. I think you had a contract in Davao that says here. All right. Sige. And then you painted the whole municipio, eh? With murals, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the projects that you had.
Mhm.
Well, as a businessman, you've been engaged into different types. But in mural, you're commissioned to work on this.
Yes. I was lucky enough to have I did some murals in Davao and Mindanao area, wherein I was happy that I was lucky enough to be commissioned by the local government to work on it. Swerte lang at nakapagawa tayo ron.
Oo.
Mhm.
So ito bumati sa atin para isang kasama natin sa industriya. June Villanueva, sabi niya, gusto mga pare ko. Ang gwapo daw ng DJ at ng guest.
Hello, June.
Miss ka namin.
Hope you're good.
Right, looking forward, sabi ko nga next week, if it's free or next Friday, he'll jump into the studio and be one of our guests. And looking forward, June, and more power sa iyo. Please stay put so that we'll be able to continue on with our program. In getting to know more about Edge, alam ko mas alam mo ito kaya sa akin. Kasama kayo sa trabaho even sa mga projects. Alright, so going back, pag sinabi natin yan, you've been into this industry, what other types of projects did you explore the most exciting in your business as the owner of the mind behind advertising company?
During the 90s, Mind Behind really get into big projects, which I didn't really expect.
Like,
Kasi I from a simple sign painting job that I did for a start, then it goes upward. Like I get into neon lights.
neon lights.
Yeah, neon lights, billboards, and a lot of structural billboards in EDSA.
EDSA na talaga itong mismo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanggang sa 19 East sa Sukat. Yeah, Sukat.
So that was one of your projects, 19 East.
Yeah, 19 East. Yeah, also
Down memory lane ito. Down memory lane. That's why it's taking a while for us to ponder.
yeah,
Right. So anyway,
those were the days.
Those were the days. At ang sarap ma-recall. So let's proceed on with our next picture, please. And remember, Edge has always been, besides being an artist, of course, there's this part of more than the brains, your heart, your spirit goes high, and then your soul, divinity. Talk about Hare Krishna. And how did you get about this, and who are the people with you?
I was lucky enough to meet guys from the past during the 90s.
Who were?
There are a lot of guys.
Mention them, please. Para ma-recall natin. You were with Alfred Guevara of The Woods. And Bobby
Yeah,
Padilla.
Alfred Guevara, yeah. Bobby.
Bobby Padilla,
Yeah.
and who else?
And a lot of guys from the yeah. The Hare Krishna movement is really a wide movement here in the Philippines. Hindi nga lang talagang it's not a mainstream organization. Parang lang sila, they are really trying their best to do what our guru instructed us to propagate.
How did you get to join this group first and foremost?
Well,
Nahila ko
it's almost all those things talagang nag-uumpisa sa mga barkadahan, sa mga kaibigan.
So next picture, habang nagkukwento pa si Edge, related sa atin sa Hare Krishna. Sige, more so. That's another piece of art. I don't know, did you draw that or what? Or
No, it's a picture I get from a book, a Hare Krishna book, wherein it's a dance doing by some gods. No, parang yan. It's a kind of festive mood for the gods.
Someone whom you call Vishnu.
And dance of Shiva.
That's what Shiva.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, batiin mo lahat ng mga kasama natin nasa line dyan, no?
Yeah.
Si George Harrison.
Even George Harrison got into it.
Right.
Na ano siya dyan, cause
Ravi Shankar.
spiritual spiritual exploration, I should say.
As well. And you remember the sitar.
Mhm. Ravi Shankar
Oh,
was his mentor when it comes to the sitar.
oh, right.
Mm.
And my
Ayun.
sweet Lord ba, dyan ang tanong?
Sabi ka, Ravi Shankar yata yung katabi niya eh.
Oh,
Ah,
right. So, it's a
but
piece of
during-
collector's items for people who are in the practice.
Yeah,
of,
during those days na younger days nila.
right.
Mm.
So, yeah, another thing. So, on the next picture, please. And besides this, you talk about the high divinity of, it's like do meditation and then Krishnaism. You talk about now the existence, possible existence, or just being a believer or fanatic of the UFO and the aliens. So I can see here your even your advocacy with the tarpaulin pa rito, ginanap ito sa October 11, 2011 to the Philippine Air Force. I was there. I think
Yeah.
Toby Alihar and were there. And of course, together with kapatid ni Heber, si Hero Bautista, Herbert. And we're there also, who are also active in the UFO movement.
Mhm.
Who spearheaded this project?
This is a project of our group, UFO Society of the Philippines, headed by then Tony Israel, who's
Tony
now,
Israel. Right, Tony.
yeah. Hello, Tony.
Oh,
Tony now is based in Iloilo, and hopefully one day we're gonna meet him with,
again.
yeah.
It's been a long while, Tony, right?
We're gonna meet with an alien.
Oh, yeah.
Our space brothers, of course.
Right. And another picture will depict something of this is a normal picture. This this trying to see. I can see a plant, and these are plant eating. Yeah.
That is a picture wherein it's injected. It is injected by a picture of a weed, a plant. Ang joke nga dyan that is the reason why aliens or the extraterrestrials are coming to our planet because of this plant.
Agricultural. Pero iba, some people familiar yung plant na yan.
You know what this is, Bob?
Alright, baka they must be
Alam mo ito kung ano
high
to.
above, right? High and high. Alright. And the next picture will also depict of some other projects that you worked on this, and you talk about the ET present in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So you talk about these things. Were there some other testimonies working regards to this, trying to prove more or less of the existence? Because even up to now, I can see in Facebook there were some other documentaries. Nakaka-video pa yan, camera, and then of course I don't know about filtering. I don't know about fake news. But more or less, you as a person believing in practically the experience and been into it for quite some time, I do believe you even are practicing it in your, relaxation place in Antipolo, where at the same time there's what you call a place, a portal that you said where has been heard of, that ito may mga nakakita ng portal for can you explain that more or less?
I have my time in Luntiang Ina Pilipinas. Yeah, Luntiang Ina Pilipinas in Antipolo, Cabcab, Antipolo. Our place there is quite overlooking.
Okay.
So there are times na
So you're on
meron,
top of the hill.
of course, overlooking, and somehow
Yeah.
Ay, sorry.
Okay. And then
somehow there are people, friends who are visiting us, and there is a time when I got new friends, a younger bunch of friends,
right.
and I was really surprised nung sabihin nila na they saw a portal within that area.
A portal.
Yeah, a portal.
Is it something like an opening of something black entrance or black hole or something?
Yeah, it's like an opening to another dimension,
Uh,
and really, it was a mind-blowing experience.
did you actually see it?
Uh, not yet, but
Not yet.
those people that
Uh,
really given their stories, and kinukwento nga nila na nakita nila, and I was really surprised that they're lucky enough na nakita nila.
right.
And that was the time na ako rin, I was very eager to see those things.
That was the time when people are thinking of it. You saw it actually, or some people saw it, and then if it's become an irresponsible sense of advertisement or something that you didn't really blog about it, it becomes a myth.
Mhm.
And that is we want to try to get over, like, trying to say that what we saw is not fake. And what these people have testimony that already should have a copy of the videos or whatever. So at least some experts. I can see there were some pictures camera. I've been into this type of page where
Yeah.
people are having testimonies about aliens and UFOs, and then they talk about these things, and they have these documentaries.
Mhm.
And yun pa rin, minsan 50-50 pa rin, di pa rin naniniwala. But anyway, it's just, sabi ko nga, Ega and I are into this, trying for the curiosity's sake. And ika nga sabi natin, we're working on something that practically may already be possible or workable, except that, in the near future, we'll be expecting more of this. It's just a heads up, trying to present to people some possibilities of light that people may not be aware. And actually, Ega and I here, of course, with our dear friend, Helen Alejo Reyes. How are you? Si Helen, nandito kasama natin dito. We're going to talk about, the consciousness level, talking about, the other parts of people's lives, the way we think about what's being processed in our thoughts nowadays. And usually, sa dinami-dami na nakikita natin information about Google and Facebook, sabi nila 50% true, 50% hindi. The problem that we're having actually, we're in search of some more realization. That's what you call it, realization, di ba? Something na more or less natitestimony mo na-realize mo that they truly exist. And wala ka na sasabihin na real talk, nangyari to, and that's an evident thing. Right?
Right.
Right. So anyway, as part of it, we're very glad to have, of course, Mr. Monet Gasquel in the studio. So how are you, Monet? And see you in a while. And after this program, we'll expect, please wait for our program. After this interview, Mr. Monet Gasquel of VST and Company is on the floor.
Hello, Monet.
All right. So going back, Edge, and basically, after our audience has already seen you, heard about you, and seen some, pictures and then experiences that you've had in your life at the age of, in your prime. I mean, sabihin natin, seniority, hindi mo itatago. But you got a long hair,
It's
blonde
okay.
hair.
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's reality.
And that's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
And basically, can you tell us more or less what do people expect from you as somebody who's more or less trying to talk about the consciousness of the people of today? What is their mindset, and practically what you would like to relate to our audience about what are these parts of information or revelation or sharing that you can impart to our show?
Okay. Bob, it's been quite a long time wherein I was interested with all those things. Kaya lang hindi nga natin talaga mabigyan pa ng mga solidong proof yung mga bagay-bagay nito. But then, you can have all the desires that you want para alamin yung mga bagay nito, because this is the time masyado na tayong loaded ng internet infos, and siguro later on our space brothers will get into something na para makita natin ang proof that they really exist. I do believe na yung mga mysteries from the past and going to the future ay magkakaroon ng mga bagay na uh, katotohanan in the near future.
So some kind of revelations and some new learnings.
Yes.
So that we learn about life more than just ordinary politics, ordinary social problem, about issues about mga sakit-sakit na yan, or that Taal volcano, etc. Right? All these things are happening right now, all these disasters.
Kaya
And
nga.
hopefully, if we befriend and entertain such thoughts, that there will be a complementing coexistence that's happening on Earth, it will be healthy for us, and it always be going to be something for the benefit of humanity as well.
Correct.
So
And-
what will be your final words so that we'll be able to round up everything for our presentation for today?
Okay. Thank you, Bob, for the opportunity that you gave me. And all I can say is the evolution of consciousness is what we need. The problems that we are facing, our planet, are really needed to be given solutions for us to live well and hopefully a peaceful way of getting into the promise of a planetary brotherhood.
Planetary brotherhood.
Yes, and of course our space brothers, although I'm still waiting for them. Me myself are really waiting for them, and I do believe that they are there and they are watching how we are doing with our planet, and how good can we take it to the best of the positive way that we can. Anyway, that's it. Hoping for the best for our planet Earth.
Right. Actually, what we've learned for today is something like an open mind realization that we are open to all realities that are happening. In fact, there have been so many incidents, and wherein the world is really kind of suffering from devastation or something like volcanoes are erupting and diseases are coming out. And then, we're in a little bit of turmoil, that we have to work on something. And the only best thing that we'll have to do is more or less with us trying to inform and educate of what should be a mindset of consciousness. We're trying to ask a collaborative reaction between we, bilang propagators, and your responses. So we need your comments, we need your suggestions for us to make better or improve this discussion or presentation that we're into. We truly believe that this particular subject matter is a matter of consciousness that we have to open ourselves. And this is one best thing that we believe should happen to the world today. So lawakan pa natin ang isip natin, galingan pa natin ang ating mga kalinangan, kaalaman sa paligid. At sa dami niyan, hindi mo alam, nasa harapan mo na. Because sa dami ng mga information, we're really having a problem of which are the top priorities. So last time nag-usap kami ni Helen last week, we were talking about picking up the most significant and the most timely and the approach and strategy by which we're going to sail forward. Ika nga. So that is more or less Edge, our co-host, our guest for today, and will soon be a co-host to help us out in the program in this segment about consciousness for today.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much again, and we'll be back with our special guest, Mr. Monet Gasquel, after this station break.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
So nagka-COVID ako. Kala ko, katapusan ko na. Yung pala, binigyan pa ako ng another chance. So, ngayon dahil dito sa BNB Placenta, napaka-galing nito talaga. Paglabas ko sa COVID, hospital, hindi ako malakad. Pero pagkatapos nitong BNB Placenta na to, naku, nag-umpisa na ako makalakad. Isa-isang nawawala. Wheelchair, wala na. Tapos wala na rin yung tungkod. Ngayon, nakakagitara na ako. Kumakanta pa. Nakakagig pa ako sa abroad. Yung abroad na yan, ako, ang dami tumatawag dito. Gusto ko pumunta ron. Maraming salamat sa BNB Placenta.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Yung program. Hello, hi, we're back here. Dito sa ating programa ng Hatid Saya at iba pa, hindi sa Tito Bobby. And of course, for today, alam mo naman kasi, we have a very special, kailangan natin mga celebrities. One of the best celebrities na on-time buddy actually, barkada natin to, and a very humble young man. Pero ito, kilabot ng kolehiyala ng araw to, panahon ng BST. Siya ang pinaka-gopings dyan more than 30 soy nung iba, dating ng tisoy, ito talaga yung very Filipino-like appeal na gusto-gusto ng mga kadalagaan way back when. Alright, without any further ado, from BST and Company, welcome Mr. Monet Gasquel. Right.
Welcome to all the viewers and the listeners of
You can look at the camera.
MARGOTV. Yeah. Gandang hapon, Tito Bobby. Tega, gandang hapon, gandang hapon.
Tungo mo konti, so tungo mo. Right.
Ayan, okay.
So we
Okay.
can look at the camera and feel at home, right? And of course, welcome to your home. This is MARGOTV Philippines, and you can always look at the camera to deliver your message so that people be able to see you after a while. And of course, instead, ang dami nating balita about BST and Company, you representing with another one. Is that Mari Rigor or sino yung partner mo lagi na Rigor? Or
Lahat pito kami. 7 actually kami sa BST.
yung mga BST na ngayon. Hindi, yung mga kasama mo lately na kita ko, napanood ko.
70 Super Band yun. Kilala mo naman yung mga yun.
Oh, right. Mamaya,
Diba?
kasi natin tatanungin ko sa isa-isa. Let's talk about first BST. No?
Yes.
BST and Company, this where Monet actually from San Beda. Ako na magsasabi, Bidista to, alumni officer din to na San Beda.
Hindi na alumni lang. Yan, alumni.
Alright. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself so that people will get to know? Sabi na, they know you as Monet Gasquel of BST, but they want to know deeper about, your family roots, or you run from a musician family, or who are the celebrities or the people that you're related to that people don't know.
Ganun ba?
Solo,
Hindi. Hidalgo. Hindi. Well, my name is Monet Gasquel. I'm all of 72 years old. That's how old I am already.
How young?
That's how young I am already. 72 years old, yeah. And some are wondering why my family name is not Filipino. Well, definitely it is not Filipino. It is English. I am of English ancestry. My ancestors, yung pinanggalingan ko is taga Manchester, England. Manchester, England sila.
And then the Smiths.
Hindi, invento ko lang yun.
Hindi.
Dinagdag ko na sa email address yun. Wala kinalaman yun. Yung Gasquel talaga, yan.
Pero your mother is Filipino?
My mother is Filipina. She's from Bulacan, Baliwag, Bulacan. Pero she did not grow up there. She grew up in Tondo, Manila. And sa what place is that?
You can sit up straight lang para people be comfortable also. So in other words, we'll be having to interview you more or less because I think this is going to be part of documentary for you that people will get to see you because we'll be more or less blasting or boosting this program of ours because we'd like to hear from you. All right?
Yes, sir.
So we've got the greeters, Daniel Navarro, magandang hapon po. Kanina, he greeted us from Batangas. And then Jun Villanueva, he is also our follower. Kamusta ka niyan, mga pari ko, ang gwapo raw, lalo na siyempre siguro, pag nakita ka pa, ito, si Amulet Gasquel, ang pinakagwapo sa VST.
Yeah,
Di ba?
wala na yun. Tapos na. Medyo...
Oh, very humble din, saka napaka-low profile. Last time kasama kami yung uli natin pagsama was in Hobbit House, where you sang there and I played drums for you. And we were together. And after which, nakita ko na mayagpag ka na. No? Na mayagpag ka na with your super band. Right?
Oh,
Sino to nga pala? Bago tayo mag-super band, paki-enumerate mo isa-isa. Of course, we know VST and Company. Nung araw pinag-usapan yan may meaning ng VST. Ano kasi kayo bigotilyo.
Oo. Okay.
But that's on the air. Right? That was the history before and people talk about, may meaning ng VST, like puro mga bigotilyo parang lahat kayo doon. Did you catch up with that, the way they try to deliver the message?
Well, meron kaming biro dyan, pero you cannot mention that on the air. You cannot mention that on TV. Beep! Magadunin ka nun. Hindi pwede yun. Private joke namin yun yung VST.
And of course, how did the VST come about being formed, being organized? Who thought of it? Who's the brainchild behind?
Ang brainchild niyan talaga sila Tito, Civic, tsaka sila Spanky nun eh.
Oh.
They were talking. Kasi ganito yun, nauna ang boyfriend sa lahat.
Una pala sila.
Sila sa lahat na nakauna, si Justy eh. Si Bob rin, si Justy.Ustiniano kasi yun eh. Sabi rin yun, si Bob. Saka sila Gary, apat sila. Sila nag-umpisa ng ano. And then, naging hit yung kanta nila dahil mahal kita, bakit labis kitang mahal. Naging hit, So, nag-start sila ng trend na gano'n. BG style na yun, parang BG style na love song na BGs. Gano'n. Ngayon Tapos, nakita nila, nag-click, nakita yata nila Boss Vic, tsaka nila Tito. Tito then was the Vice President of Production for Vicor. That was 1978 yun. So, sabi niya, gumawa ka ng group. I think, ang sabi nila noon, sabi yata ni Boss Big de Rosario kay Tito, gumawa ka ng ganyang grupo nga. Na without any, hindi wala silang iniisip na kung talagang puputo ko, hindi ko, how it will make it big. But it was, exactly. It was an experiment. So, the recording yun, wala pa, vinyl pa nun vinyl 45, So, bali pa, magsusubo ka lang, 45 lang Para pag hindi kumilang, hanggang 45 lang ginastos mo,
Flip side,
may flip side. Ngayon, ang side A talaga is Ikaw Ang Aking Mahal.
Okay.
Yung awitin mo, side B lang. Side B yun. Hindi yun ang pinupush nila, Kasi nga, dahil love song yung sumikat sa boyfriend, yung ano sabihin nila, kasi bakit tabis gano'n. So, ang ginawa nila Vic, sila, nagkupo sila Joey, nagkupo sila yung tanong mo sa akin kung sino ng aking mahal. Yun ang nakita ko na dahilan kung bakit side A yun. Yun ang tapos awitin mo side B. Hindi nila inano. So, nung natapos na recording and everything, dinala sa ad promo, ito, dalhin niyo yan doon, Tapos para i-promote nila yung 45s and everything. So, okay. So after, I don't know, maybe, siguro mga after 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, may na feedback sila, sila Vigdal, sila Boss Vic, tsaka si Tito. Kasi,
can we close, move it forward? I think we want to see on a bigger scope. Yung konti lapit ulit because kasi importante yung sinasabi mo. You can come closer.
Okay.
Alright.
Ayun. So, umisa doon. So, yung AdProm, nag-report kala Boss Vic tsaka kay Tito. Ano ang feedback, sabi?
Right.
Sabi niya, Sir, Boss, ang nire-request yung awitin mo
Oo.
Yung awitin mo, yung gusto ng awitin mo. Talagang yung ikaw ang akin po, pero sabihin yung talagang nagkaroon ng impact sa tao yung awitin mo. O sabi ni Boss Biggs, sige, yan na, i-push mo na yan. So kung igsi natin ang usapan, the rest is history.
Oo.
Ganun na nangyayari doon.
That's
Yan, yun ang talaga nangyari. Tapos,
That's a spectacular knowledge for people to know. Na before kasi even the plans of the corporation was really to push the other song. And it was the flip side of the song that made it. Because kasi it's a mindset eh. Remember that was disco time.
yeah, nagkapitalize yan eh. Yung paano ng Saturday Night Fever nila John Travolta. John Travolta, Bee Gees, yan. You should be dancing, yeah. Gano'n. Di ba?
And that was really a spectacular. And being part of the BSN company has made you feel a lot very comfortable about being a celebrity yourself and believing that icon ka eh. You belong to the iconic
thank you.
celebrities and hindi mawala yan, ano? So masasabi natin, can you name first for due respect sa BSN companies, can you address them one by one, their names, and of course, with regard to, of course, Big Soto, I saw them sa his picture. Pwede ba natin pakita yung picture ng BSN company, Jan Rica? Yeah, that's you.
Mhm.
10 years ago?
Hindi lang 10 years ago yan. Hindi lang.
And that's a bigger scope that you have Spunky then, and then the other one is another
Rigor. Kasi naka-shade si Roger. Yeah.
Roger, right? And another picture, please. Yung nakalagay kasama natin si Big Soto. And you were here with the Rio brothers.
Yeah, sa ano namin yan? Sa Golden, hindi mo yung Gold, ano ba yung, alumni Golden, ano namin, sa San Beda. Sila nag-perform, sila. Rio Brothers.
Pero hindi sila bidista.
Hindi sila bidista. Sila kinuha ng mga core group ng grupo namin na tumugtog doon.
Ano kasi yung mga panahon nila, sila ng genre na ng Rio Brothers yan, Rio Brothers. Mga silver jubilarian siguro.
Kami golden kami. Hindi, ang Rio Brothers, taga Leyte mga yun eh. They are from Leyte.
And you became close. Anything to address with regard to their personality or anything that naglinger sa memory mo in dealing with them as friends?
Rio
Brothers.
Hindi kasi alam mo yung Rio Brothers, magaling na banda yan eh. Tight na tight yan eh. Na-form sila, ang alam ko, na-form sila noon kasi nung tumama yung Yolanda sa kanila eh. Ngayon eh, hindi ko alam kung nabuo sila dahil doon, I'm not sure. Basta ang alam ko, tumutugtog sila, yung bawat kita sa mga pro-season concerts, pumupunta sa mga victims ng Yolanda, Typhoon Yolanda. Tiga-Leyte nga sila, tutulungan nila yung probinsya nila. Yun ang alam ko. Pero, tsaka magaling sila talaga sa Beatles. Tsaka meron silang tight na banda sila. Magaling sila, hindi yung, alam mo naman yung pag marinig mo, pag kita mo yung pagsakan, yung lahat. Tsaka nag-branch out na sila sa pagtugtugan dahil yung BSC, tinutugtog na rin nila eh. Dahil nung nandun sila, gano'n. Pero yung, nag-push sila puro Beatles, para silang Area 1, gano'n.
And here's the picture of the BSN company. Can you enumerate one of them? Yung pinaka nasa taas, sa kaliwa.
That would be Spunky Rigor.
That's Spunky Rigor, of course, the one with the toothy sound. Talagang mataas at mataas.
Yan, ano yan? Spunky is house producer for Vicor sa production department. Kasi under siya kay Tito noon. Nasa gitna, may naka-afro si Mahal Rigor, pinakabata sa amin ng Rigor yan.
Kapatid ni Mahal.
Tapos yung sa kanan, ako yan, that's me, yours truly.
Yung pinaka-star,
Hindi naman.
Pogi na idol ng mga nadalagin sa kolehiyala.
Salamat. Sa lower left, napisa si Val Soto.
Si Val naman, he became our counselor in Parañaque naman.
Yeah, counselor natin. Tapos, sino ba ito?
Sa baba, ano yan?
Nasa gitna, si Roger. Nasa gitna si Roger Rigor, naka-shades, ano? The one with shades, Roger Rigor. Tapos to his left is Celso Darina, our guitarist. He's also house producer of Vicor. He handles Ugat Label, sila Freddy Aguilar, Verdi Actarino. Yan, sila babae, hindi yung pumanaw, hindi yung si Corita yun eh. Hindi ko alam kung na-under sa kanya yun. Sila Lolita Asin, hawak ng Celso yun. Kasi siyang rocker sa amin talaga eh. Siyang Ugat Label yun eh. Sa Vicor yan. Tapos yan, si Vic Soto sa baba.
So what it's like to be a big Soto as a producer or a friend as well? bandmate or support?
Hindi, alam mo yung mga masaya sila kasama eh. Alam mo naman, nakikita mo sa TV. All you have to do is watch them on TV and what I'm saying now would be self-explanatory. Talagang masaya magkasama. Masaya kami noon. Maganda ang ano namin. Kung saan kami napupunta eh. Alam mo na, siyempre pag nasa showbiz ka, tutug ka rito, tutug ka ron. Kahit saan napupunta kayo, you get to go to a lot of places in the Philippines and you get to meet a lot of people. Yun ang maganda rin eh. May mga perks in may mga perks yan pag medyo naging popular ka eh. May mga bagay na yung mga pag tinigil ka ng police. Hindi mo ba alam mo, overspeeding ka eh. Ay, sige. Things like that. Yung mga gano'n, mga nangyayari.
Privileges,
Mga perks sa tawag nila. Ayaw ko kung tawag doon. Basta gano'n. May mga gano'ng bagay. Although dapat hinuli niya ako, pero okay lang, hindi niya ako yung yung mga bagay na gano'n.
Pilipino kasi they are talagang magaling na fans talaga. Kaya ito, we're invited Monet here because I still believe, sabi ko nga, people already are made na iconic na sila. They still have to have a continuity with the new genre because the new genre has to know. Otherwise, hindi ba magkakaproblema like yung they have to see you there. Still, I'm here. I'm still active and then working in the industry. And that's where the respect is being earned. Siguro, the best siguro when people who already mga ibang banda na nag-pass away na, siyempre, hindi mo na mapipil yung pagbigay ng support sa iyo ng mga tao, paniwala at respeto. Nakita ko pa nakalagay dyan, Rio Brothers with Mr. Monet Gasquer. Di ba may Mr. pa sa harapan, di ba?
Siyempre, kasama sa protocol ng respect yun eh. Yung Mr. Hindi, iba lang, actually, mga younger musician, tawag sa atin, Nyor. Senyor eh. Respeto nila sa atin yun, Nyor.
Do we still have a picture then, of course, of BST and company? All right. Ito, this is what you call the super band. Okay, this is going to be plugging this show. Would you like to plug this show?
Yes. Right now, I am with a band called the 70 Super Band. Ang concept nito is ang repertoire namin is OPM 70s. Yan. The golden age of original Filipino music. Yan, lahat yan. So, lahat na kasama ko dyan, puro mga accomplished na yan. Musicians, composers, arrangers, you know all of them. Member ka ng Philscap eh.
For audience sake, let's do it one by one. Can you please come up with the first one? These two people are the musician. I think they are the instrumentalists. So,
ang walang hawak lang dyan, kami ni Nonoy Tan.
Right. So let's start with these two people first.
Yeah, ako yung nasa kaliwa eh, so that's me. So yung nasa kanan si Anil, I think that's Nonoy, di ba?
No, hindi pa. Can you read that?
I cannot read it from here.
Okay. Magtoto. Si Magtoto.
Ray Magtoto, yeah. Ray Magtoto is our bassist and musical arranger, yan.
So starting with you, and beside you is Ray Magtoto.
Ray Magtoto of Wadab. Yan, silang dalawang magkasama sa Wadab, ano?
So Wadab.
Tapos, yan siya isa-isa natin ang nila. Bibigay ko mga mga resume nila, if you could call it that. Ray Magtoto is a musical arranger.
Let's go back to Ray Magtoto.
Si Ray Magtoto, yeah, he is a bassist, our musical director, and he's a musical arranger for Jose Marichan, Imelda Papin, marami, and I guess also si Lou Bonnevie because he composed one of the songs for Lou Bonnevie, yung Rockin' the Beat, yung kanta ni Lou Bonnevie yun. And tsaka anak niya yung nasa, alam niyo ba yung Ekasi Bata? Yung palabas TV. Anak niya yung bata doon eh, si Jamie, yan, anak niya yun eh. And, siya ang arranger namin, musical director, and member of Wadab. Tapos yung kasama niya sa Wadab is Nonoy Tan.
Of course, okay. So let's go back to the
si Nonoy Tan.
Next picture is Mr. Nonoy Tan. Can you proceed forward? The other picture, Rita. Yan.
Nonoy Tan, yan. Nonoy Tan now, I believe, is the president of Philscap.
Yeah, congratulations, sir.
Yeah, I believe he is. He is a very, very accomplished
Talent manager.
composer. He's a very, very composer. He was the one who composed My Love Will See You Through for Marco Season.
Right.
Okay. He was the one who composed You Made Me Live Again for Janet Basco. Siya rin na nakadiscover ng Aegis. Siya na-discover nun.
Ganun. Tsaka siya yung nag-compose ng pag tumatagal lalo.
Pagtulaya sa Wadab yun.
Wadab.
Pag tumatagal, lalong tumitibay. Yun ang kanta nila. Tsaka yung sa Jeepney. Yun ang mga hits sa Wadab. Ngayon, actually marami siyang hits yung mga iba eh. Kaya isa sa mga ano niya, na I'm sure pinagmamalaki niya siyempre. His real name is Arturo Louis Pio. Okay? Anak niya si Champ Louis Pio ng Hale. Yes, so bakit kilala sikat na si Champ eh. Singer ng Hale, yun. So I think yun isa sa mga ano niya yun, mga, well, I'm sure he's proud of that. Anak niya yun, magaling.
Continuation yan eh.
Ano, and marami siyang ano eh. He's been an officer for PhilSCAP for the longest time. Gusto ko na rin yung ayoko na gusto maging member na lang. Kaya lang, yung katao, binuboto pa rin siya. Kaya na, gusto talaga niya maging member na lang, parang tayo. Ganun lang, well, yun, that's no Tan. Actually, he's our band leader. Yan.
Right, let's proceed again. The same picture, Rica. Let's see again. Of course, let's proceed to Monis. Sige, kay June.
June Austria. Yan.
Austria.
Yeah, easily one of the best drummers in the Philippines today. Kung bibili ka siguro kung bibili ako ng 5 pinakamagaling na drummer sa Pilipinas, isa na siya. June Austria. Ang 90s member siya ng Big Thing. Yung bando niya, The Big Thing, member siya noon. Tapos, ngayon, nasa amp band, he's a member of the amp band of Mel Villena. Also, ayun, yung kasama siya roon, talaga, minsan natatawan ako, pag tumutugtog kami, hindi, tapos biglang mga palo siya ng talaga malagay ng variation ng ano niya, hindi ako tingin sa papadilingon talaga ako. Talaga, ibang klase ito. Sabi ko, he's our youngest member, yan, si June Austria.
Nagtitake siguro yun, pag itong drummer ka, sa tingin ko, bisan, ang hirap yun. Pag praktisado kung gano'n, wala ka arthritis, ano? Masakit din yung paikot.
Bata pa. He's married to the daughter of Nonoy Jereza of the Hijacks. Yun.
Okay.
Yung sino may father-in-law niya. I think Nonoy passed away already, I don't know. Hijacks, yun ang mga senior, mga hijacks. Yun, father-in-law niya si Nonoy Jereza. 60, so.
Can you go back to the picture, Rica, yung pang hindi pa tayo tapos eh. Yung isang picture pa kanina. 2 pictures, let's go back to the other one is the band lead, another band leader, I think, the musician. Amanda. Can you come up with the picture? Asa naman nagpunta si Rica? Let's check on Rica. Rica, is she there? Okay. Yung picture let's go back to the pictures.
Sige, isa-isahin lang natin yan.
Right. To the right is actually Tito.
Tito Kayamanda.
Kayamanda.
He's our keyboard player.
Yeah.
He's now the vice president of PhilSCAP.
Dalawa sila.
Vice na siya ngayon.
Tito,
Dati siya makasama, magkaiba lang posisyon. Ngayon, ang dati nasa membership committee siya eh. Ang alam ko si Tito. Yeah, he's our keyboard player and now he's the current, newly elected vice president for PhilSCAP.
Wow, congratulations.
Si Tito. No,
Does he do also horns or something like that?
No, actually, gitarista niya siya eh. Talagang gitarista siya, pero nagki-keyboard din siya. Ngayon, ang mga, the feathers to his cap, siya nag-compose ng kanta ng hit ni Carol Banawa, Bakit Di Nalang Tutuhanin ang Lahat. Familiar ka na yun. Tapos yung mga, Till My Heart Excel with Christian Bautista, Ella May Sison, mga gano'n. Kanino ba yan? Kay ano yun, ano? Si Ella May ba yun? Si Ella May Sison. Kay Ella May Sison yata yun. He has many histories name. May mga kanta sila Christian Bautista, may mga bago pa siya lately. Hindi ko lang pero he's our keyboard player. He also arranges. Mga medley namin gumagawa rin siya.
That's why it's called super band. Of course, super band is still missing because we failed to mention here Mon SP of
sige, pakita natin picture.
Back to the other picture.
Yung picture ni Mon SP.
Mon SP. Yung dahil siya, wala nang mangyayari. See, the one here before. Okay, can you show that picture of Mon Espia?
Oh. Magkahaliran lang kami dyan eh.
Ayan,
Ayan, ayan.
The one in the middle beside Nonoy Tan. Can you, ano na lang, blow yan. Kanina may picture tayo dalawa sa gitna, right? The two people in the middle. May kuha tayo dyan, hindi niya naman i-access. Anyway, okay, next picture. Yan, that's it.
Ayan. Yan, si Mon Espia.
O yan yung Labuyo. No?
Yeah, Mon Espia is from Labuyo. Siya ang original singer nung tuloy pa rin ako. Galing lang ako sa inyo. Sila original nung kumanta ko yung Labuyo. Ang composer ng yung kasama niya si Janu Villanueva. O nasa ngayon, he's in Texas right now. Yan. Yung isang kasama niya, si Egay Imperio, is a, tumutugtog pa rin si Egay, pero ang tawag ng negosyo ng pamilya niya, tsaka tatay niya is photography. He's a professional photographer, si Egay. Yan. Pero magaling yung musikero din yan, si Egay.
Wonderful, no? So this super band
Nice
actually all together are bound to be one super team na sabi ko nga complete eh. They are all made eh. You are all made people here. Kaya you just have to really push, the legacy. Kasi I do believe in the seniority legacy. That there will be a disclosure to everything. That you have to prove your point. You don't just say na tumanda ka and then you're gone. You should have a legacy and try to see we're still strong and kicking. And that is what we admire these people.
Sige.
Let you be having more people of these types of leadership that they prove. Yes.
If I may go back to Mon Espia, no?
Yeah. See, okay.
He is also a very good composer, accomplished composer din yan. He composed every day for Agot Isidro.
Oh.
Kanya yun, paikot-ikot by Randy Santiago. Yung mga ganun. He has other songs eh. He used to be the lead guitarist of Power Play with the backup band of Gary Valenciano. Siya yung lead guitarist nun sila. Yung mga kasama niya, mga magkakapatid sila. Yan. Ba't ko ba nalilimutan ng pangalan?
It's a good memory because
Yung
trivia to it. And we love all this information we get. So this band again, let's go back tatagalin natin yung pinaka-poster na lang. And the poster please, isang poster lang altogether. And you have other guests besides your band, and in passing you can just mention the names so you know the people, yung mga front acts.
Yeah, individually no, yung sa daily band, silang yan eh.
Regulars.
They front for us, front artists eh. Yung sila. Since day one, talaga nandiyan na sila. Tinulungan kami yan. Kaya kahit na mangyari, kasama namin sila because they were always with us. And nag-umpisa pa lang kami, wala rin kami noon. Nandiyan na sila, tinutulungan nila kami. Dadala sila mga nila, para manood, gano'n. Kaya kahit saan kami tumagtog, most of the time, kasi minsan hindi sila kasama, may mga show din sila sa casino eh. Alaki na ng nila, inabot nila. Kahit paano, nagtulungan kami, natulungan namin sila, tinulungan nila kami. Yung daily band, sila Epi Piñon yan eh. Epi Piñon, ang isang kasama niya yung akila ko niya isa yung bahista si Nato Llamas. Ayan sir. Yun. Yung nakasama ko sa stage yun eh. Yan. Yung the other girl, hindi ako masyadong familiar eh. Kasi minsan, nabarating nila kasi hindi ko alam kung sino yung mga guests eh. Yung basta
Mga solo singers.
Solo singers, yeah, sometimes another band, Ang ganda. Alam mo, tagal na namin, 2009 pa kami. Tagal
Buti na buhay natin 2009. Di ko remember, after VST, sumikat all the way, naglinger pa rin yung mga kanta eh. Diba? Kaya once member ka pa rin, the Rigors and the Sotos, came into the picture.
Kasi na yan eh, yung VST dance, swing yan eh. Dance music, naging parte na ng ballroom. Ballroom music, ang Earth Wind, ballroom na rin yan. Isang sinasayaw yan. Mga disco, puro na nalagay sa ballroom. Kaya maraming ballroom bands ngayon eh. Di ba? Yung mga... Alala ko yun, kasi hindi ko na-realize kung gaano kalakas yung naging impact ng kanta namin. Mga early 2000, pag pupunta ako sa mga clubs, pupunta ako, tinutugtog nila yung mga kanta namin. 80% of the bands na nagpe-perform sa mga clubs, sa mga restos, music halls, they call it music halls, yung ganon, tinutugtog kanta namin, diba? Hindi, hindi ko na-realize na gano'n that it would go that far na talagang, talagang legacy. Legacy yung iiwan namin yan eh. Pag nawala man tayo lahat, di ba? Pag nawala kami, nandiyan na yun, iiwan namin yung mga kantang yan. Ganun.
You can always say that, Mr. Monetcascal, because actually, we're living here the past, making it present every day sa buhay ng mga tao ngayon. We realize all the things that you've achieved. Kaya nga yung mga nakagawang accomplished na mga performers or in the music industry are now the idols eh. Kaya kung wala yung existence ng mga ginawa niyong works, mga obra, the Philippine music industry may not be the same as before. Unless otherwise, gaya natin ng Korean, ginagaya natin yung mga Western. There's nothing like original Filipino sense of music.
Kasi nag-evolve naman niya kada ano, kung pasinuha ako lang kada dekadang dumarating may nag-iiba yung form of music. Kita mo nung bandang 40s 50s mga tugtog nila nila Glenn Miller tsaka nila Benny Goodman yung mga ganon. Pagdating ng mga 50s ayan di rock and roll sila Chuck Berry may ano rin meron din actually may iba tugtog ni Chuck Berry hindi original pero iba Chuck Berry, mga sila Nat King Cole, no? Sila Little Richard, yung mga Jerry Lee Lewis, tsaka yung doo-wop, yung mga Platters, doo-wop yun eh. Di ba? Itong mga ganong klase, doo-wop kasi ganong tunog nila eh, di ba? Yung mga yun po, magaling yun. Yung mga... Tapos pagdating ng 60s, noong early 60s, instrumental, yung Ventures, tsaka Shadows. Tapos dumating, pumasok yung Beatles, eto na. Yun na talagang, ano na yun. That was the first time na yung mga members ng band, inumpisa ng Beatles, na nakilala individually. Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, alam mo nila kasi talagang, wala pa naman nakakatapat sa ginawa ng Beatles di ba? Yung, anong yan, tuloy-tuloy yung 70s naman, well, yung 60s medyo, nag-iba, folk rock, Woodstock era, yung mga gano'n, ang gaganda, mga 60s, 70s, gano'n. Nag-iba. Tapos pagdating tapos sinabi nga nila, nung bandang 74, sabi ni Casey Kasem, Casey Kasem, sabi niya, the song Rock the Boat by the Hughes Corporation officially started the disco era. Yun. Tuloy-tuloy niya sila, Gloria Gaynor, marami na dumating. Ganun. Tapos yung Rock the Boat yun ang national anthem ng talagang disco era. Rock the Boat yun, mga 12 steps yung sayo doon, 12 steps yung mga gano'n.
12 steps
alala mo yun. Gano'n. Yun tapos paano ba ito? Nag-evolve na sa gano'n Tapos pagdating naman dito, naging una, ang precursor ba rin ng OPM is Manila Sound Talagang nag-umpisa isa hotdog. Hotdog sila Ikaw Miss Universe ng buhay ko. Yung mga gano'n. Tapos sumunod na yung mga ibang OPM. Apo, lahat nagdatingan yan. Tapos Pinoy Rock, pumasok na sila. Mike Hanopol, Sampaguita. Yun ang OPM na talaga. Yan, Ray Valera. Yan. Rico J. OPM. That's OPM already. Yan.
That's right. Another band, siyempre, hindi pa panahon doon. Hindi ko lang alam, hindi na ko na-realize yung difference between panahon pa ng BST and Haribis, no?
Mm-hmm.
So, may difference yan May time difference yan Pero nung panahon yun, aware na ang Pilipino sa disco. Dahil sila naman, ginaya naman yung village people. That is when they got inspired and then the disco scene is on. And everybody tries to do it like village people, YMCA, all of this.
Ganun yun. Parang mga disco talaga
Pero that didn't really overrule the BST magic. Pag natugtugan talaga doon, kahit anong tugtog pa yung ginagawa village people, nagiging pad lang yung village people, pero yung BST, tuloy pa rin yung impact sa tao. Knowing na Filipino may tapos at the same time they're really in part of the industry. Malaki tayong utang na loob kung ano yung muna nakakita na Filipino ugali yan Ayun ang original yan
Pinoy Beaches.
Pinoy Beaches.
Ang talagang Pinoy Beaches yung boyfriends. Talagang hindi nila dinideny yun talaga. Kami, yan ang ginaya namin. Sabihin ni Gary, tsaka niya.
Maybe you'd like to meet also Bob Garcia and the other.
Gal Guzman. Bob, Gary, kumusta na kayo? Hindi ko na kayo nakikita matagal na. Siguro, one of these days, magkita-kita tayo sa mata. Malapit sa ilong. Seriously, I haven't seen them for a long time. Lalo si Bob. Si Bob talaga. Nakilala ko yan nung still Baguio pa lang eh. Nung, ang ganda nga ng book niya, George Harrison niya, pag makita mo. Pangalan ka po niya. Bakla, magaling yan. Ang gitarista, rocker, mahilig talaga yan sa rock eh. Rocker talaga si Bob eh. Si Justy talaga yun eh. Justiniano Guzman. Bob kasi dahil prominent ang chin niya, kaya ginawa siyang Bob. Diba? Babalu. Gano'n. Ito yun gano'n. Hindi mo niya inanin, okay lang sa kanya eh. Diba? Oo.
Just talking about the boyfriends, I remember like Joey Abando, etc.
Joey, andiyan pa rin. Pakalat-kalat pa rin yan. Tutugtog pa rin si Joey.
Nagka-history pa rin yan, di ba? Parang the soloist becomes a different one, like Joey and another vocalist.
Sino yun?
Ano rin, boyfriends din.
Actually, apat sila eh.
For now,
Apat sila. Si Bob, si Gary, si Joey, tsaka si Artie Ilacad.
si Gary.
Si Gary ano.
Ganon din ang boses.
Pareho sila, mga ganun, mga boses ano. Sabi ni Rene Garcia, may rest in peace, boses pusa. Kami, sabi niya, boses pusa kami. Miyaw, mahal kita, walang iba. Yung kanta niya eh. Alala ko yun eh.
It's really been fun having to share all this trivia with you, Mr. Monet Gasquel. You're a good friend and you've been humble all the way. Hanggang ngayon, Ega and I, maybe Ega, I can invite you to sit beside there with Monet and share a little bit about this before we...
Wag ko lang baka kamay ko, baka machismis tayo.
Ayan. Okay, we've been friends like Ega and of course Monet. We've been quite some time a little bit magkakasama rin. You got good profile already, Eds? Alright, so that's it. And maganda po yung napag-usapan namin kasi panahon ng Beatles kasi hindi ko natanong kay Ega, paborito niya si John Lennon. Kasi when Mike Hanupol guested here, nagustuhan siya. Sabi niya, teka muna, may naisip ako sa'yo. Sabi ni Mike, si John Lennon. Di nun si Edgar. And that's how he resembles kaya yung wangis mo sa kanya. And of course, last time doon sa Hobbit House, one of the songs that Monet sang in Hobbit House when he performed there with us, it's a Beatles song. I remember that song. You were playing your guitar and you were singing a Beatles song. And what is your favorite Beatles song?
Wala. Ang gaganda ang mahirap magano like kasi nangyayari dyan, ka sa Facebook, may mga lumalabas na the best 10 gano'n, i-dispute ng iba. Ito ang best kasi grabe naman, ang dami nilang kanta. Ang gaganda lahat eh. Kaya sabihin niba, hindi, mas maganda ito, dapat yun, sa listahan na yan, ganyan. Well, siguro, ang masasabi ko, talagang the best sa classic dyan, yung Yesterday ni Paul McCartney. Yun ang obra maestra talaga ni Paul McCartney. Dahil maganda.
Si Edgar naman, can you share something like, why did you choose John Lennon? Because something else and part of it, part of the Beatles. Before we wind up, we want to hear.
I'm really into Beatles song. Parang even
continue.
Even yung early days nila, diba? Yung I Saw Her Standing There, doon pa lang yun na sold na eh. Tapos hanggang ito na nga, nag-iba-iba na ng style.
Siguro next time, I think with this more or less, we're talking about the Beatles for introduction. There'll be some time na mag-alap tayo one day for Beatles tribute here on air. So we just jam a little bit, maybe 4 or 5 of us here to do some Beatles songs for that matter and have a special feature. What do you think about that, Monet?
Dito mag-alala tayo, magkakantahan tayo dito. Bakit hindi? Ano mo yung Beatles kasi yan ang pinakaiba sa lahat eh. Tignan mo, sila ang number 1 boy band eh. Kung sumikat sila, 18, ang pinakabata, George Harrison, 80 years old. Pinakamatanda, 22, pinakamatanda. John Lennon, gano'n. Yan, bisa ito mo. Yung mga album nila, ganda, no? Pero pagdating ng Revolver, nag-iba na. Iba namin.
Ayun,
Tapos dumating na experimentation na gumagamit ng sitar. Norwegian wood, di ba?
Yun na.
Nakita mo, yung nag-evolve sila into accomplished musicians. Ano? Dati kasi pop lang, pop. I mean, most if not all artists started as pop artists, pop artists. They started as mga teenage band. Titiri, mga lalang babae nun eh.
nakita natin paano sila nag-evolve.
Nag-evolve into accomplished musician. Lalalim na nga lumalalim nila. Kita
So
mo.
anyway, for our final words, we'd like to hear from you, Monet. A word of advice to aspiring singer-songwriters or musicians.
Sige. Before I do that, I would like to invite them to, on October 26, the 70 Super Band will have a concert at Red Rhino Restaurant and Music Hall. That's in Greenfield District in EDSA Central area, malapit sa Shaw Boulevard.
In Mandaluyong.
Yeah, and we will be performing that at 8 p.m.
That's October
It's a Sunday, October 26.
26. Watch out for that at 8 p.m. This 70 Super Band will be performing.
Yeah, the best of OPM music. Yeah. You were asking what advice.
Advice, one word that will keep our audience remembering you by.
Yeah, before I give them advice, I would like to say ako kampante ako sa mga sa mga musicians ngayon, talent-wise kasi nakikita ko ganun pa rin, magaling talaga ang Pilipino yung mayroong mga compositions magaganda. Of course, ang feeling ko yung araw kasi talaga pinag-iisipan natin sila. Minsan ngayon parang mechanical yung nila. Pero may magaganda like yung South Border, yung mga kanta nila, yung mga marami na magagaling. They would compose like yung Vicor nga. Yung Vicor. Phil's Cap went out of town, nag-music siya, nagtotalk yung mga ibang members pa how to yung compositions, how to compose, to mga
So,
like
more or less your final words for advice or something that you want to share to close our program.
Keep on composing, keep on singing, keep on playing the music. Talaga, because a world without music is a mistake.
Right. That's a very good advice again. So again, Edge, we'll try to more or less see you next week, Edge, for our more or less new segment for this program. And thank you very much, Mr. Monet Gasquel of BST Company, representing actually the 70s Super Band nowadays.
My pleasure, Bobby.
Right. Thank you very much again, and thank you for watching our program. Edge, click a final word to say, para goodbye will be closing for our program for today.
Okay. Thank you for the time, Sam and Bob, and hope our planet will be in peace. Thank you.
So peace. All right. So again, thank you very much for watching our show. See you next week. Dito sa ating programang Pinamagatang, Tito Bob presents HATID,
Saya,
at iba pa. Let's do that aloud and strong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dito sa programang Pinamagatang, Tito Bob presents HATID, Saya, at iba pa. All right. See you next week.
Dapat lahat na.
Thank you.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines,